Welcome to AltJake Takes On. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to AltJake Takes On. I am your host, AltJake, here with my buddy George for episode number 22. How you doing this afternoon today, my friend?
22.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Running through them, man. I love it. It's a good system we've got going on. You know, we got these every week, and then we've got the spaces every week, and you know, the seeing more and more views and activity and way more subscribers in the last 10 days than we've had in a couple of weeks. It's great to see the growth and be part of it, but because we're having so much fun doing it. So
yeah, the subscriber enigma still confusing.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. It'll sit there. Yeah, a little insider for the fans who listen to this, through the housekeeping parts of it. We sat at like 248 for like 2.5 weeks, and then literally in 6 days it went over 260. I don't really. I love it. I'm happy to see it grow, but there's times you're like, what the hell are we doing? Did we mess up? Do people hate me? Like, I don't know. It's more fun though. Like, I don't worry about it too much. I just want to see it grow more because more interactivity. Because I feel like the more people that we see and getting part of the views, they end up participating in the spaces. We're seeing more and more activity and more new people joining the spaces. And that's another thing too. If you're a new person, you join the space and you know, you're going to be cool. We'll bring you in, and we love to have new people asking questions and interact with us. So if you haven't joined the spaces yet, or you're afraid to, hey, come on in, request to speak. We will bring you on. We'll have some fun on one of our open mic nights that we have.
Yeah, this week's is a little bit later.
I was just going to say, speaking of spaces, might as well get into that part too. Is this Sunday we are going to do we'll do the spaces a little bit late. We're going to do it after. Excuse me, after SummerSlam. Hang on, let me pull up. Hang on,
15 minutes after SummerSlam goes dark. We go
right once after the credits end and after they really end too. We because you know sometimes they try to mess with it or whatever, or if something crazy happens with it. But I've got it. Where did it go? Right here we go. We'll put that in there for it. Boom. So yeah, we're gonna go right after SummerSlam. But like you said, 15 minutes afterwards, you'll see me go live. We'll give everybody a chance to like take a breath, hit the bathroom. You know, my plan is I'll be watching it. I'll be watching it on the couch. I'll take my notes, and like once it ends, then I'll get up, get my desk ready, and get everything set up. But it'll be a lot of fun. We'll review the first night. We'll do it after the second night of SummerSlam. Obviously, Sunday spaces. We're not gonna do Saturday. But we'll do that we'll bring people if people want to come in and ask questions, that they want to do their own they want to give their thoughts with it, but we'll kind of do a review with it. We'll see how it goes. It should be a fun little evening. And then I will be on SC Maniacs. From what they've told me, it'll be Monday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern on their channel. We'll do that so that we can So yeah, I'll be with the Maniacs on Monday, and we will do the Sunday Night Spaces post show for SummerSlam on Sunday. So feel free to join us, ask questions. It'll be a lot of fun. We're gonna preview SummerSlam 2025 here both nights today. You got anything else for us, George? Any housekeeping? Any other notes before we get into the 2 nights of 12-match pay-per-view? This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Nothing I can disclose at this time.
Yeah, all good. No, it kind of makes sense. Like, yeah, it's funny how it takes WWE 2 nights to do a 12-match show, as where, you know, AEW is going to do that. And when is the Forbidden Door? Sometime in August? I don't. But we got SummerSlam 2025 from. I like how New Jersey's actually like, screw you. That's not New York, even though they always try to say, because it's where the Giants and the Jets play. And it's New York, but it's actually in New Jersey. They let them use the New York City skyline for the logo, but I like how New Jersey got themselves involved, which they should. Both my parents are from New Jersey. My parents met at a college in New Jersey. So without New Jersey, I don't exist. So I got to have
this will be the 4th SummerSlam from Jersey.
Is it? Okay. That makes sense. I mean, especially with how, I know, especially in the early 90s, because SummerSlam is one of the older pay-per-views. I mean, it's been going since 1990?
Since Hogan went and since Hogan was over in London.
Right.
Which never happened. Well,
right.
Just giving you tribute, a happy tribute to Hogan.
Nah, come on. Yeah. With Michael Jackson and Mr. T. But you make sense, because I know like East Rutherford, New Jersey would be there were certain locations that you always kind of would hear, you know, especially for me being born and raised in Arizona, but like I said, my parents and a lot of my family lived in New Jersey, Massachusetts, New York. So like I know the area, and New Jersey was always especially like that northern New Jersey part, because it's close enough to New York where you can get people in, and it's really not that far from Philadelphia either by the train, where you can get a lot of fans in there. And that's why, I mean, it's going to be over probably, I don't know how big the stadium is, but I assume they're going to be well over 50,000, probably close to 60 or over 60 for both nights. But we will start with night one.
Are they, yes. Jake, are they starting both nights at 5:30 with a pre-show? Is that the deal?
Well, the pre-shows,
I saw 5:30 on there.
Well, no, because it's I think the actual show started at 6 p.m. Eastern both nights.
Why does it say 5:30 on there?
On this,
that last graphic you just had, this is 5:30.
That I don't know. Maybe that's a local graphic. That I don't know, because I know that they said that Cole said there's 3 hours of pre-show both nights. Like they're doing oh god, I know that sounds ridiculous. They're starting the pre-show at 3 o'clock Eastern both nights, to my knowledge. But I know for a fact that both nights start at 6 Eastern, also, or on 3 p.m. Pacific time, because being in Pacific time is like, shit, I gotta be ready. I gotta be on my couch. Like 3 o'clock it's a little early and ready to rock. I figured they would do it for Sunday, but I thought they would do maybe Saturday a little bit early. But there's 6 matches each night, so and it also then makes sense when you really think about it, because they gotta get, because there's a lot of storylines to each of these matches. Some of them have multiple teams or multiple people in them. These are pretty big matches now, the more you think about it. So it makes sense of why they're starting. I wonder how long each night's going to be. I mean, is it going to be 4 hours each night, do you think? Like,
6 matches. I don't know if we can, maybe 3.
I mean,
yeah,
well,
you're out there at 9:30.
Yeah, but I mean, because you got, we'll just start. We're going to start from the bottom right and work our way up. But you got Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn doing their stuff. I feel like that's going to be very storyline driven. I want to see what they do with this, because when you go back and look at the stuff that Kross has done, he has turned pretty much everybody that he's worked with at different points. He's gotten them to turn heel or come out with their dark side in them. So I'm wondering if this is going to end up in turning with a Sami heel turn, but I don't know. I really don't. It's going to be an interesting match, though. I feel like.
Yeah. I do know if Kross doesn't win, I'm going to be one pissed off person.
Yeah. Okay. That's right.
I've been calling for this for a couple.
You have
months
been,
now.
and I feel like you should, because Sami won in Saudi. Like, so that almost, for me, if Kross doesn't win, but as Cornette and other wrestlers, might as well piss in his mouth at that point, because you're like, what the hell do you do at that point? Unless Sami wins because he hits him with the pipe or something. Like if Sami,
no,
yeah, that'd be the only way.
Do it. You can't do it.
All right, I'm with you.
Then it makes him look bad for.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm with you on it. I absolutely. I've always been a big fan of Kross. I mean, ever since was it Lucha Underground? He was the White Rabbit, and then Killer Kross. I've always thought he was very talented, and always thought he was, because he always was one of those people that he fully buys in whatever he's doing, whatever, whether it's a character, a gimmick, whatever you want to call it. He's all in on it always. And so it's one of those things that I've always respected and I've always enjoyed his work. And I really think that the stuff that he's done, if you go onto his YouTube page and his Twitter account, you can go down rabbit holes, no pun intended, for a good long while, because he's done a lot of great shit on those stuff. Like the stuff he did in Vegas, because it's his hometown, but he wasn't booked, like how he made that work for him in a really cool 40-minute YouTube video. It's awesome to see how much effort he puts in, and he's a Triple H guy. So I feel like he's not going anywhere. I feel like
the man knows how to grow a head of hair, boy.
Very quickly. Like, Jesus. Yeah, no, he was bald as that. You're right. It's a good point. But I feel like he knows Triple H has proven, once it's time to turn it on for somebody and get them over, he can do it. I mean, I always go back to Bronson Reed. What was he doing before that Raw that he tsunami'd Seth 6 times? Not a goddamn thing. He was floundering and doing nothing, but treading water and just not looking like a complete piece of crap, but not really doing anything. The moment Triple H is like, all right, we're going to push him. He had him, he won a couple of matches, then he tsunami Seth 6 times and goes on a winning streak. And now the foot injury slowed it down for a bit, but he's still being pushed to the, to the moon essentially with the group that he's in and all of that. So I feel like Cross knows that and kind of looks at it the same way. Just so we know, just so you've got, according to WrestleTix, from 24 hours ago, for night 1, they've distributed 47,468 tickets, and for night 2, it's 50,387 tickets. So
that makes sense.
Yeah,
like
that's pretty. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It's one of those things. Like if you're only going to buy one night going into it without knowing anything, like you almost just know, like, hey, you buy the second night knowing that's going to have, especially too with like Cena's last run, you knew he was going to be the main event of the second night. But I also feel like with what they've done, kind of pushing for night 1, they've set themselves up for, I mean, at least those top 2 matches as we get into it. Honestly, the 2 under, maybe not Jade and Tiffany as much, but the Jelly Roll and Logan match should be interesting too. But yeah, I feel like Cross has to win though. Back to that part of it.
I hope so.
Yes. Yeah, I do too. If we might have to get one of those George run-in ones like we did with when there's bad pay-per-views, or what was it when they almost killed Hook? We had to run in and be like, hey, don't do that. But come on, yeah. The next one is the women's tag match with the Judgment Day women versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. That one, I like what they've been doing with Charlotte and Alexa. I feel like it's been, smart, like easy to give Charlotte like the babyface rub because she does want to be a baby, and it would work for her character and where she is to be more of a baby face now is more of like a legend. And I think it's going to be putting younger talent over and continuing to do that and not being
amazing
in the title picture.
Amazing that she was just getting booed not that long ago. And they put her with Bliss.
Booed out of the building, too.
And you can actually tell when you look at her that she's having fun. I think I mentioned it before. She's having fun.
Yes.
And you can tell because I noticed it right off the bat. I can see the smile and the weird things.
Well, it's one of those things.
All of a sudden people cheering her. Like, what the hell happened?
It's one of those things that Alexa Bliss is one of those characters that even when she was a heel, like, most people, you love and respect her because she's a small little girl, but she does a lot. She's worked hard and put herself out there. And she's like, if you know her story too, with her like eating disorder and some other stuff, it's kind of hard not to root for her. And her and Charlotte are real friends in real life. So the chemistry kind of comes off the screen, and it really has rubbed off well on Charlotte. I know you haven't watched Unreal yet, but I watched all 5 episodes, and Charlotte's a big part of each episode. Kind of follows 1 or 2 people kind of through their story, essentially to their story to Mania this year. But Charlotte, there's parts of it too, with her injury and her talking about her career and stuff, you see that she really does love this and really does want to put on the best. It's not so much being booed or cheered. She just wants to put on the best show for the fans, but she's at a point where she does want to at least, give the best, be more of a babyface and give more of the best chance to the crowd. But when that show was in Chicago where they booed her and she got frazzled.
They did not like her at all.
When you watch the show, she talks about that, and I won't spoil much, but it frazzled her, and she admits she's like, you could see it. But she's one of the cool parts of the show is where they kind of tell people where they're honest about stuff of like, yeah, no, this happened, and I was like, oh shit, and stuff with her. I was getting blown up or whatever. But I don't think Alexa and Charlotte win this match per se. But maybe they do, and if it's all gonna be what happens depending on A, when Liv can come back, and B, what they're gonna do with Liv. Because I guess when can she come back, and then is it something where she's gonna be mad because Roxanne lost her title, or is it that she's gonna be mad because Roxanne's trying to do what she did to Rhea and steal her life? Either storyline should be interesting, and I would be excited for either one, but it just kind of depends on when she can come back. But I don't know who wins this match because of that, though.
Yeah, I'd like to see Bliss and Flair win personally.
I would like to see them.
I think you have a little more of a
Because if they don't, then what do you
do? A conflict when Liv does come back. Now they lost the belt, and that makes sense. But she won't be back for a while.
And then if they don't win, then what the hell does Charlotte and Alexa do? Right? Yeah, no, you've got a point there. Yeah. When you say it like that, it's like, because even if they want to do Liv being mad that Roxanne's stealing her life and has the title, Roxanne and Raquel can win the titles back in Paris or later. Because I know, like, you know, Liv's, it was a bad injury. They said 16 weeks that she was going to be out, and she's been out like 5. So she's, you know, she's still going to be out for quite a while. So it could make sense if you have, you know, Alexa and Charlotte win and go on a bit of a run, and then you can make the decision when Liv comes back or is going to come back. Does she want to? Because obviously she's going after Roxanne. That's happening. that's pretty obvious to everybody. And you know, whether Liv's going to be a heel or a face, we'll see. But it's pretty clear that's going to be a fun story, especially with Dom.
Unless Roxanne convinces Liv it was Raquel's fault,
which also could be that. Damn. Ooh. I like that. See, this is another thing where I always put over Triple H's booking, where he sets himself up to he can do whatever way we want to go. It would make sense. Like they don't pigeonhole themselves or prevent themselves from being able to tell certain stories by doing, you know, like those eliminator matches they do in AEW. Like, oh, they can't challenge for the title now because they lost an eliminator match. Like, well, you don't want to. But no. So now I think you're right. I think Alexa and Charlotte are gonna win because, you know, I don't think it helps their story, and then they can have a rematch or whatever in Paris. They can keep doing storylines. I think you're right.
Once you said I'm right, now it's the Chris.
All right, that's my
that's my worst thing you could possibly say to me.
Like a pitcher and a no-hitter. Don't say anything to. My bad. That's good. No, see, that's like, you might say my nature. I always want to help put people over and say the wrong thing. Oh shit, shouldn't have said that. All right. Yeah. So the third match though, the celebrity-ish match. I mean, Logan Paul came as a celebrity, but let's be real. He is a professional wrestler now. Like, whether you like him or not, you got to admit how good he is at this now. But the
interesting to me.
It is. I mean, from everything we've seen, everything we've heard, you know, he has Jelly Roll has been at the PC like nobody's business. I mean, he was at NXT on Tuesday, and I forget where I saw it, but there was a fan who just gave a report of, like, you know, he was interacting with people where he could. He was taking pictures with the kids, but he said they said the moment the bell rang or like people would come out, he was like taking notes and paying really close attention to what everybody was doing. So whether he's gonna suck or whether he's good or bad on Saturday,
I don't think he's gonna stop.
I don't think he did, but here's the thing: it's not gonna be for lack of effort. Like, it seems like he's put in the effort, which to me is the most important thing. And I still will always thank Bad Bunny for that. Like, Bad Bunny really showed people, like, no, dude, you don't just come in here and half-ass this shit. You've got to go in and put in your full effort. And
Jelly Roll has the advantage too of being in the ring with 3.
Yes.
Really, really good dudes.
Yeah. I mean, 3 really good dudes and 2 absolute like ring generals, like geniuses of this business. Like, Randy Orton and Drew have been doing this forever. But I mean, hey, you got to give Jelly some credit here for the, what do they call this? Like the Black Roll Slam. I mean, like, that's got to be what this is. Or I feel like Jelly Hole Slam doesn't work. So.
No, it sounds a little bad.
Yeah, but I mean, you know that Abyss taught him this. Like, clearly, Abyss is one of the fucking producers. He does Abyss's move. Like, I mean, he's kind of the same size of a big dude. I mean, it really would. I'll say this worked for me when they did this. Like, I know Logan kind of like went for his punch and then went into the ropes to come at him, but it was so Jelly could pull out, so he could show you, like, hey, you know, like I can do this. Like, or maybe. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm way more excited to see the match than I was when it was initially coming in. But that's when I heard Jelly Roll was going to be a part of SummerSlam, like weeks before he made an appearance. That was in the news, and you kind of figured that was going to happen. I didn't realize he'd lost all the weight and had been training. You know what I mean? I thought he was still going to be.
I saw the weight loss, but I didn't.
Yeah. You did. You pointed that out early, and you pointed that out, and good for him, man. You know, like it's he's put in the work.
200 pounds.
I mean, that's good for him, dude. Like,
that's the whole freaking person.
I was just gonna say he lost a me. Like, he lost a me, and good for him, dude. Like, that's awesome. And clearly, it's something that he loves. And I know he's like, obviously, like, his whole story is he's had problems or whatever, and being able to focus on and do something like this and be better for yourself. Like, it's one of those things. Like, I'm not a fan of his music and stuff like that, but I like, and I like you got to like the story.
Yeah,
and I hope
whoever taught him how to sell too, man. When he sold that Claymore a week or two back, that was really good.
when he got Claymore at Saturday Night's Main Event, where they went to the back.
Claymore for.
Yeah, well, that was when he went. That was when he did it, because they went to. It wasn't even just selling in the moment. It was they were in the back, and I think it's Kathy Kelly or Jackie. One of them's talking to Randy Orton, and Jelly's back there like doing the jaw thing, like and like holding his head, like he was. I feel like that's just. I mean, from everything he said, he's an old school fan. Watched a lot of that old school stuff, so. I mean, he's going in full, like he's going in Memphis style. So
see what happens.
I'm all for it. I feel like they have to win. Like that's your good your good feel story, your feel good story of the show is Jelly Roll, and I feel like it's got to be this too, like he's gonna pin Logan Paul.
Yeah, there's only one way to do it. There's no other way around it,
right? Like it doesn't make the most sense.
You can't have any other combination of anybody.
Plus, really. Then it can, and then it could also set off that like Randy and Drew can have a one-on-one feud. Great. Like I'm not don't threaten me with a good damn time. Like, are you kidding me? Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, like not going to be opposed to that in any way, shape, or form. So the next match on the card will be the one that's going to be.
Oh, these are not in any order, by the way. Folks.
No, they're not. I'm going to what we have on the card in front of us with it. But I mean, I do assume. I think this might be close to where the order is. They might kick it off with the Jelly Roll match. Wouldn't be surprised with that. But the Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton for the women's championship. This one, I
don't understand this.
Yeah, I mean, I get it in the sense that it was the Queen of the Ring, but just her, I'm scared because what have we talked about? How Jade gets lost, she just like that's what happened. Like she does good in matches in certain points, she does fine, and there's all of a sudden she's just lost, and I'm scared that it's going to happen in this one. And Tiffany is good, she's great at points, but I just don't know. Man. Yeah, it's just is she a general enough to be able to carry? I mean,
no.
Yeah. So we'll see. I feel like this is gonna be short, and I don't know. Maybe.
So the only reason why Jade had to take Tiffany because they're on the same brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't want to make the King
as
of the
opposed
Ring
to everyone where they can just pick.
Right. Well, they didn't want to make the King of the Ring as important as the Royal Rumble. I can get that. I get that, but they kind of pigeonholed themselves here.
The golden opportunities. The golden goose is sitting right there with Naomi and Jade. And
yeah, I know. Well, really, the golden goose, the platinum goose, I guess we'll say, is Jade and Bianca. That's where they want to get to eventually.
Down the road.
Right. That's a Mania match. No, for sure. I just don't know. I don't know what's going to happen for this one. This one. I hope Tiffany retains just because, why would they? I don't know if Jade needs to see this. This is the one match of the weekend probably that I'm just kind of like,
yeah, I don't know if I really thought it was her and Naomi, and I thought Bianca was going to come in and ruin it. So I was kind of caught off, but I saw those graphics. I'm like, really? That's right. That's
oh shit. That's hilarious. I can see it though. That's happened to me before. I'm like, wait, it's the fuck did I see?
It just made so much sense in my head.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, it does. Honestly, I was gonna say you're not wrong about the logistics of it. It does make the most logical sense. That would be the best possible match, but we are where we are. I guess I'll say Tiffany's gonna win. I don't know. This one just concerns me all around. I'm not gonna lie. I like Jade. I do. She's the star. I know if she's right. I don't know if she's ready to be the women's champion yet. I don't
think you can. I don't think either one can actually lose. That's why.
I was just gonna say, how can? Is there somebody that can come back? Is there a return or somewhere?
Maybe somebody comes in and interferes.
Right, that's it. Maybe Julia comes in and kills. I don't know.
Yeah, because they got behind Jade. Now they're pushing, and Tiffany's.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see what happens, Jake. But I don't think there's going to be a clear-cut winner in this.
You know what? If you had, I think you're right. I just think is this where AJ Lee comes back and fucks shit up? I don't know. I don't know. There's got to be something because I just don't. Neither of them can fucking lose. Like, what do you do? This Jade Cargill gets hit by a car. They pull the Austin from Survivor Series 99. Oh God, I did it for the Stratton. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I guess I'm saying Tiffy. Here's the thing. I guess Tiffy retains. She keeps the belt because there's such moment of buzz. We'll go there. That works.
We'll see.
Right?
We'll see.
That works. So then your other, honestly, this is basically like a double main event with where you first got Jay and Roman versus Braun and Bronson. This was fun. These are my favorite parts of Raw. All of this stuff together, where Heyman cutting the promo with Jay, and then the aftermath at the end of the show. But this match, this is gonna be a lot of fun. This really is gonna be a lot of fun. This whole group is Braun Breaker's coming out party. Come on. They had him. Look at Michael Cole. This is one of my favorite pictures I've ever seen of professional wrestling. Like, this is just good stuff.
Is that an actual photographer taking that picture? Or is that from the actual show?
My assumption is it's a photographer, but I don't. You're right. Yeah, it could be from the camera.
I don't know. I'm asking because I really don't know.
You're right. No, as you say, right, as you heard me say it,
I wasn't sure WWE uses photographers still.
But if they do, is it like just people with digital cameras goes by me? Because let's be real, everyone's phone cameras. You're right. I still think of it as like it was when we were growing up, where there was like 4 or 5 guys on the outside taking pictures. Which is how two of the greatest got in the business with Cornette and Heyman. Probably more than we could think of too, but those are the two that I always think of. But this match though, I'm just excited about, because I'm very excited about Braun Breaker. Every time I see this kid, I'm just, and I watched him in NXT. I saw the stuff that he did on his own, the stuff that he did with Baron Corbin. I'm a big fan of this guy, and I feel like
that's right. He did something with Baron.
Oh yeah, they were the Wolf Dogs. Yeah. What that was it was just that thing where it was just him being him. It was just fun stuff where they were able to. They were kind of heelish, but kind of babyface. He would, and even Baron Corbin would make fun of him over tanning, but it was just a show of him the way that he could be like buddy with somebody.
A sign of things to come over tanning.
Yeah, he can do it all. He can be a heel like he is now. He can be a babyface. He can, he could be funny if he needs to, but mostly he's just going to murk you.
Just another match where I can't see either team losing.
When they stole Roman's shoes, I feel like that this team has to win by a nefarious means. I don't think there's going to be a, clean finish in this. I feel like they've got to win. Maybe somebody else joins their team in this match. There's been a lot of talk of that from different people of different things, of whether it's somebody new or somebody coming back or whatever. But I feel like the heels got to win this one.
I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those.
No, you got a point. I get what you're saying.
Taking a L, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like Roman.
Maybe he don't care at this point, though.
That's true. That also, and I also feel like Roman and Jay, neither of them are going to lose anything. You know what I mean? They're both so goddamn over. They're just not gonna. There's not going to be an issue with either of them having, at least in my eyes. Maybe not. We'll see. I don't know. But I feel like this. So I feel like for me in this one, the heels have to win, just because, it gets them more over. It does more work and good for them as opposed to the bad that it would be for.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. No, it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting. It's good. And then what should be the main event, I assume. You're not going to main event. I figured if they had the women's triple threat that's on Sunday night on Saturday, that it might actually be the main event, but clearly they're going to have Punk.
Yeah, they announced these a while ago, right? The main events.
I feel like they did, but
they did. Yeah, they did. I remember.
Yeah. But they did. It's just they didn't say it was a double main event. All right, good for them. All right, I'll give them that then. Because then they do that where it's it's a double main event.
I don't like that either.
No, I don't either. It's like the old quarterback theory. They have 2 quarterbacks. If you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. That's the rule. Come on. That's we all know that, and that's what it kind of that's. That's why with All In, when it was like, it's a triple main event, like, oh, shut up. It's not. It's just not. Like, even with and honestly, like, there's a part of me that, like, if it's a 2-night show, really the main event is the second night's last match. But
pretty much, yeah.
I'll give it that it's because it's 2 nights, 2 separate shows. I'm fine with it in that match. And honestly, like, you can't tell me this match isn't going to be friggin' amazing. Like, this match here, I mean, it should be awesome. Like, Punk's been great since he's been back. You know, knock on wood, he stays healthy. He's done, I mean, aside from the tricep injury and the Rumble that he came back, he's done very well. Obviously, it takes him a little time to recover, but most of the matches that he's had have been great. I mean, the Hell in the Cell match last year, the versus Seth at the Netflix premiere. He was great in the Chamber with Cena. He was great in the Triple Threat at Mania. So I feel like this should be awesome. Like, this really
I'm
should
interested
be.
To see what they chose to do here.
Yeah, no, I am too. I feel like I honestly,
either way, I don't mind.
That's it too. I think either way does work. I almost feel like Punk's gonna win just because they do want to put a title on him and it'd be fun, but maybe not. I don't know. This also could be, like I said, we still have not seen any video evidence of Seth getting a surgery or declining surgery or anything. Which
I called right from the start.
You did. That was why I was.
Say that, please.
I was setting you up. I was putting you over, my friend. I was putting you 100% over, bud, because that was true. You, like, every time I keep thinking we're going to see it where they're going to show him at, like, you know, Dr. James Andrews Hospital in Birmingham, and they're cutting into his knee, and you're like, oh, well, shit. Okay, we were wrong. You know what I mean? But like, I haven't shown that yet.
So in case people don't know, I've had 16 knee surgeries, 8 on left knee, 8 on the right knee. So I've had knee surgeries all over the place. So I know what to look for.
Right.
And the swelling thing is true. Like, they can't take x-rays if your knee is swollen. Right. But it takes like a week. Not even a week for the swelling to come down, so you can get an MRI no problem. Which I've done all this.
Yeah.
So things aren't adding up to me. That's all I'm saying. If he is hurt,
math ain't mathin', as the kids say. Yeah, I know. I get you. No, and that's when you pointed it out, and like you said, there's one thing you're like, oh, I had one knee surgery in 1994. Like, well, medical science has changed, bro. 16's a bit different. You know what I'm saying? And it's just also one of those things too that, you know, like, I'm a very observant person. I pay a lot of attention, and we haven't seen shit. There was that one video where he's like on crutches with his daughter.
Which I told you anybody can do that.
Yep. Yeah. And his wife's gonna film it to be part of kayfabe. Like, it's not a problem. Yeah. Like, I don't see. Yeah. And I just keep waiting, and we ain't seen.
How long has it been since he got hurt?
I think it was July 14th, right? Was that when the main event
was? Well, past the time they would have went for surgery at this.
Or 12th, excuse me. July 12th was that Saturday night's main event. Right, because it was all in day.
Unless they went straight for physical therapy, which is the thing they do instead of surgery, but then you still would have heard about it because you'd seen physical therapy.
Right. No, that's why I'm just kind of like, and I wonder if maybe that's how neither of these guys lose, if they pull the Heist of the Century Part 3, because Naomi just did it, but it would, you know what I mean? It would make so much sense for it or it would make honestly, what makes the most sense, as I say it out loud, Punk winning, getting that title, holding it up, but like his arm's hurt or he's beat up, and he holds it up, and then whoa, and like that would be pretty. Like, if
we talked about that last time. And I
if you're gonna fucking do it,
remember I said to you though, everyone expects that now.
Yeah,
everyone expects it now, even because people know he's not hurt. Like, okay, I'm guessing he's not hurt. Sorry. For people like me are guessing he's not hurt, people are automatically going to think he's going to cash in here. So
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'm very I'm very intrigued. No,
I don't mind. It'll be entertaining for me. So
it should be. Yeah, it'll be good. No matter what happens, it will be very, very good. I thought this promo exchange is good. I just love this picture where he went to talk and Punk just held the mic. You know, shout out to the other things happened on Raw. You know, Rusev choking out Sheamus. That seems to be a fun little. I still think that's ending with them teaming back up because they keep beating the crap out of each other. Ludwig Kaiser, Americano Grande, whatever you want to call him, taking out the LWO and preventing them from winning. That was pretty.
Yeah,
That was pretty.
We'll get back into
too.
our normal.
Yeah, well,
thing once all this friggin' rigmarole comes to an end.
I feel like those are the storylines. Those are the storylines that will like kind of push more into the Raw after SummerSlam, when everybody who takes part in SummerSlam is beat up to shit. So. It's especially too like everybody who's going Sunday and the TLC match, like which we'll get into. All right, so night 2 then. Let's pull up the card for night 2. What's up? Yeah.
Say welcome to night 2.
Yeah, welcome to night 2. It should be this should be interesting. There's some really good stuff on here, and then we'll start with the shit show of the tag match, where you've got the TLC 6-team tag match between DIY, Andrade and Ray Phoenix, Motor City Machine Guns, Fraxium, the Street Profits, and 2 members of the Wyatt Six. I don't think they're able to do like the Freebird rule. I think they're stuck with Joe Gacy and Dexter Loomis. But I mean, they had the match on Friday that was crazy and fun. But you knew the Wyatt Six were going to remain, and then it just went to this shit show at the end. Where I like Nick Aldis. I like Adam Pearce too, but I like Nick Aldis because he just hits like that angry British, like I'm done with you, and he just I love it. It's great. And I wasn't expecting TLC. Like I was expecting a ladder match for sure. I was like, oh yeah, ladder match, that'll be fun. And he said TLC, and I was like, oh, that piqued the interest. I mean, it's also cool because I think
it's 3 teams too many.
I agree with that part too, but I think it's 25 years to the date of the first TLC match. I'm pretty sure the first TLC was SummerSlam 2000.
How many teams were in that one?
3. Exactly. That was Dudley's, Hardy's, Edge, and Chris.
Yeah, I knew the answer. I was just
I was just hey, we've got some younger viewers and listeners. I mean, shout out to the Never Seen 17. Like, he's that's how you use the footage, and you use the I always want to call it the network, but it's on Peacock now. But that's awesome. I love it. That made me think of all the old theme songs of SmackDown with the I love it. Oh, it's great. But yeah, no, this I feel like this is going to lead to a title change because you have this much involved with it. Like, you have to lead to a title change with it. But I was maybe the Street Profits get their titles back. DIY for the heels to win. I don't know. I feel like this is how you get the titles off of the Wyatt Six, but we'll see.
This is gonna be
yeah. I'm like, if I have to pick a team, I guess
I'm not picking any.
Right? I'm like, I guess if you made, right. If you forced a prediction out of me, I mean, I guess I'll say DIY, but I don't know. I do think it's gonna be a shit show. I also feel like you've got to just lead the show off with this, get it out of the way, like get all the carnage through. Like I don't.
Yeah, because look what's coming up. Jeez.
Yeah, no. The match. One of the matches I'm probably most looking forward to and excited about is the next one though, with AJ and Dominic. I mean that's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, Dominic has really proved himself and done well, and AJ is a ring general. I mean, an ultimate veteran. But they had the intergender tag match on Monday where it was AJ with the Kabuki Warriors and Dom with the Judgment Day Girls. And I mean, AJ's just, even at what is he, 45, 46? I mean, he can't do what he could do at 25, 26, but he can closer than a lot of people that, grow older in this business. He really has. I mean, he's really, it was the perfect, he did his career right, where he did all the crazy shit when he could, and then went to WWE and was able to like work the lesser impactful style on your body and more of that. And he's done well. And, it was also, by the time he got here, he could cut a promo too. He couldn't really cut a promo. And I mean, have you ever seen those old promos? The sweet smell of success. Oh, it's one of the cringiest promos of all time.
Yeah, I do like what they've done here with AJ wearing the different disguises backstage and the different outfits, watching Dominic.
Yeah, and like funny. The praying he's been fun. He's low key really funny. So I'm excited for this. I feel like Dom will retain, but it'll be a great match. But maybe AJ might sneak it. He might actually sneak the win and prolong the storyline. I'm not sure, but I feel like Dom's got to keep the win and retain, but we'll see. I'll say it should be a lot of fun though. The women's intercontinental title match, which is it a street fight or is it just no holds barred? Like, let me see.
All the above.
All the above. I like, yeah.
I don't know.
So it just says no DQ, no count out, and then it's Lyra Valkyria's last chance for the IC title, which makes me feel like she has to win because she's not ready to challenge for the main belt yet. Like, sorry, you're growing well, and I'm getting more interested in your character for sure. But you the IC belt is your wheelhouse right now. So I feel like she's got to win, which would make sense because Becky is in the title picture or should be in the title picture in the main title scene. So
yeah, she's really not though.
Right. I was saying that's where this is where she can get out of like losing here. She can propel herself up, but we'll see. I'm not sure. I just feel
wouldn't surprise me if she won.
Wouldn't it? Yeah, that's about. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
You can build Lyra somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe go over to SmackDown or something. Yeah, I could say.
I'm guessing because I'm not picking anybody.
Yeah, I could say. All right. So I do want. So the award for dumbest person of 2025 goes to The Miz. When he comes out and starts talking to Fatu, I'm like, are you guys gonna team up? Like, what are you doing, Miz? And then he slapped him, and I just
nice outfit, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, Miz
is that like a What is that, RoboCop? What is that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a Judge Miz. I don't know. No, it's a bad look. It's what it is. That's what it is. His entrance jackets have always been pretty obnoxious and terrible. I know you're in your hometown and all, boss, but to slap Jacob Fatu, what the hell are you doing?
It just proves that Miz is the company man. And he'll do
that was great. And he got his ass handed to him. And he is great at that, at getting his ass just handed to him and like the begging off and the way he does it. Yeah, I know people hate on the Miz, but I mean, you need guys like that in your company. Like, yeah, he shouldn't be the top guy. Yeah, every time he's had a title run, it's been silly or whatever with it. But, you need guys like this in the group. And then also it was perfect because, yeah, he destroyed the Miz in the match, but it was also that, Solo and his bloodline could come out and beat the crap out of Jacob and stand over him and have that moment. And now they're going to have their steel cage match on Sunday, and it should be a lot of fun. I would assume, I almost feel like Solo, like, here's the thing. If Solo wins, like, that's fine and it works for him, and then Jacob can maybe move on to the main, but is there room in the main title picture? Because you can't really have him not winning and going over. So I almost feel like he's gonna destroy everybody in it and win this match. But then what the hell do you do for Solo? So this is another one where I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I mean,
I have noticed that Sunday's matches are all title matches.
Oh yeah,
every single one of them.
Every single, you know what? I'm like, I've got here on Wikipedia, and they all got seen. Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's some and there's
listen to me.
And there's 3 title matches on Saturday too, because you got Tiffany, Gunther, and the Judgment. Hot damn!
But Sunday's all full of them though.
No. There's 12 matches and 9 of them are title matches, and all 6 on Sunday. Damn, Championship Sunday on which, man, another reason probably why they sold 3,000 or 4,000 more tickets for Sunday. I mean, damn, there's got to be some title changes, at least on some level with it.
Yeah, you would
think. And then leading into the women's triple threat women's title match with Rhea, basically just replacing Bianca from WrestleMania with Naomi, but that should be fun. They had that 8 women tag match on Raw where all the babyfaces came out and they came out to Rhea's music. Because, I mean, does anybody get a bigger pop than Rhea? Like, her music hits, and I swear, like, you hate to like be hyperbolic and make the comparisons that people make, but it sounds like that fucking Austin pop, like when the glass would break.
Not quite there, but
it's not quite. It's closer than most people who make the comparison. It's not as close as Rhea's is my point. It's not the same. Yeah. But goddamn, when you hear it, you're like, shit, it's the loudest one of the night every night. It feels like whatever card she's on, which is just, it's awesome to see. It's just insane with how over she is. Like, just, I mean, and she hasn't had the title since fucking February. And I mean, she just doesn't need it.
Yeah, it just proves she doesn't need it. Yeah.
It is. Well, which, she needs it at some point to like keep the.
As long as she's not actually
reputation,
taking the pin, she doesn't
that's
need
true.
it. If she's losing everything, then she's gonna need it.
This is true.
If
And she didn't lose at Mania.
she's not
Bianca
losing.
took the pin at Mania. I would assume if Naomi's gonna win, Io would take the pin in this one. But it's just, yeah, and as you hear those pops, it's just every time, and I'm just like, jeez. And I mean, like, I've seen her live before. I saw her live at Raw in June. Just like, it's just the entire crowd pops for it. It's awesome to see, and you can see why the three other girls were like, yeah, we'll walk out to Rhea's music and I'll stand next to her. That's cool. I'll take that pop.
Yeah, because they're not getting that on their own.
Right. Stephanie Bacchara is moving her way up for sure, which is also
Slowly.
cool to see. But but I mean, slowly, but also not that slowly. She's only been on the main roster since freaking like February or March. So, or even really, it was after Mania that she had the match with Io. But I'm excited for the triple threat. Should be very interesting. Should be cool. And then whoever wins that will face Stephanie Bacchara and Paris. Is that at the end of August? I think it's like August 20 something.
It's probably the same time around Forbidden Door, which is August 24th. I'm assuming they're that counter.
Oh, yes, that might be August 23rd. That might be August 23rd. You might be right. As you say it out loud, it's kind of like, oh, you're probably right. I mean, like that's like what is Clash in Paris? Oh, it's August 31st. It's Clash in Paris, so it's the weekend after.
Yeah, so it's a week late. It's a week later, yeah.
But I know they're doing like some house shows and stuff or whatever before leading up to it. So I think that's around the same time. But that's what I've seen. Yeah, they're doing house shows in London that same time as Forbidden Door, which I mean, you're in the air, whatever. But I think that should be it's the end of August, but that'll be Stephanie Bacchara versus Naomi, Io Sky, or Rhea Ripley. So should be interesting. I'm excited for it. I would think that Naomi comes out and retains in this match, but we will see. If I have to make a prediction, that would be my prediction is Naomi retains, but we shall see. And
I gotta think Bianca shows up somewhere this weekend, right?
I would think so, either in this match or Jade's match. If they're gonna turn her heel, maybe she's the reason Jade doesn't win. I just don't think they're gonna turn her heel because I don't know. So yeah, you're right though, because Bianca not being on the card is strange. She should be. So you would think she shows up somewhere with it. Same with Bailey, but I've seen the stuff going back and forth between Bailey because Cardi B is the host of SummerSlam and Bailey's been going back and forth with her on Twitter. So maybe something happens there. I'm not sure with that, but you're right. I didn't think about Bianca.
You'll be excited to know that I have not been on Twitter in over a week.
Smart man. No, you're good. A lot of times I'm interacting on there and like I'm trying to like keep the name out there and like if people like or laugh at the stuff and then check out check out my profile and then go subscribe to the channel. That's the idea. But yeah, it's a lot of times I stay off it for a while, and I've gotten my algorithm to not be as cesspool-y, I guess would be the way to put it. Because I know the algorithms are designed to like make you mad, and I usually just do not interested. I don't want to see that shit. I'm not trying to. I try to avoid the sickos or just mess with the sickos if I can, or the Dave heads or the Fightful folks, the thigh rub mafia. You're better off to it because here's the thing. One of the things where I see a lot of arguments, whether it's about wrestling or even food or sports, even whatever, like, no, what I like, but you're not going to change anybody's mind. Like, when has ever getting in a bickering argument been like, hey, you know what? You make some good points. I'm going to stop eating fried chicken or whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
here's the way to look at it. When I coached hockey, the kids would take a penalty and they would start arguing with the referee. And I would pull the kid aside and I would tell him, listen, in the 35 years I've been playing hockey, never once have I complained to a referee and the referee go to me, hey, you know what?
You're right.
That's a good point. I will not call that penalty. You are correct, sir. It doesn't happen.
It's just right. Exactly. Like, it's just not. Yeah. And I feel like that's one of the things about the tribalism. And it's funny because whenever I'll make a post, like I never post like, oh my God, the people who watch this are stupid. I just post of why I don't like whatever it is I've seen. And they get people yelling at me and yelling at me. What about? I'm like, wait, hey, I didn't say you couldn't watch it. Go watch it, enjoy it. I don't care if you're enjoying it. This just isn't for me. I just don't understand when you get that point. I'm like, how could you say it? Rah, 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 rah. Your podcast sucks. Like, screw you, dude. Where's your podcast? Like,
Hey, who said that?
One person.
Oh, I saw that dude. He had freaking 2 followers. So
no,
yeah,
he had it was like he had like 30 followers and like, oh, your podcast has no views. One of the ones that he posted there had like 190 in a week. And I'm like, hey, dude, I just find that funny when people like that's what their go-to is like, oh, your thing doesn't get any views. Like, hey, if JD from NY says that to me, he's allowed to. He's got a lot of subscribers and a ton of viewers. I'm like, all right, you got me. When you've got 30 Twitter followers and you're not doing anything,
you're being real nice giving them 30. Because I remember,
I
was gonna go stick up for you, and I went to his page, and I'm like, God, there's like 20 people.
Yeah, no, but
no one's gonna see it.
Although the only thing is, I remember my response was, "Dude, you got double digits of followers. Just calm down," or whatever I said, and I never went back to it. It just made me laugh because it's like we're just having fun and like we're putting out content. Like, hey, if we fail, okay, whatever, we're having fun with it, but. If you're not putting out something, you get bitches to like, oh, your shit sucks.
Yeah, it wasn't
I laugh.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I hope that was like someone's burner account. That's my hope, and this really made them mad because I know it was, and then I know somebody made did a repost about our video with awful because like my post on it had like a few likes. I'm like, man, like 80 people watched that. Shut up, we're having fun. I laugh at that, and that's mostly what Twitter is to me, a joke. If you get, I mostly just laugh at it. I don't care. I'm not here.
So what are you thinking about this second
main
event? Yeah.
So my main event, like I feel like this is interesting. I liked Cody's. First off, I liked his jacket with like the CR where it looked like the captain's thing for the NFL or hockey or sometimes baseball with the captain C. I'm a big fan of a captain C in my life, or like the armband they wear in soccer. Like I'm a big fan of that. So I like that look of this jacket. But I think I'm interested to see what they're going to do with it because I feel like, I mean, Cody can lose as long as it's not in the same fashion that he lost at Mania, but I don't know if he can. Like, I feel like he almost has to win this one at this point.
Yeah, if he loses, they're going to have to really like have a lot of tomfoolery.
Yeah, and not just Travis Scott sauntering out there.
Well, that's not the he's burnt his bridges. No,
I know. I know. I just think that's not the tomfoolery. I mean, like, there's got to be a ton more. Yeah, no, I get you. No, I just feel like the whole point of not the whole point, but like what they were doing with Cody was very similar to Bret Hart in '93, wherein through shenanigans he lost his title to Yokozuna with the salt in the eyes, and then Hogan took it. So he looked like an idiot essentially, and then he like Cody did with the Travis Scott stuff and getting hit by Cena with the belt and all that. And so they had him win the King of the Ring to redeem himself with a title match at SummerSlam, and that's the path that Cody is following. So he needs to win. So he's definitely my pick. I mean, most people know I'm a Cody guy. I have been since the day he came back to WWE. It got me. My dad passed away in a similar fashion that Dusty did at a similar age that Cody was. So I have a lot of respect and a lot of love for Cody. So I always want to see him win, but I feel like I knew he was going to lose at Mania this year. Like I knew he was going to lose at 39. I feel like he's got to win this one though, but I'm not.
Yeah, I just don't know. Then what do you do with Cena?
I
don't know.
Well, I don't know. Does he have it? Like, if it's one of those things where if he's got to move, like maybe he goes away for a bit because he's got another movie, and then he comes back and tries to redeem himself.
I don't know.
I know people have been saying that. I feel like that's still weird with it, like because of how impactful they made the heel turn and all the horrible things he said. So it's just weird. I don't know.
Technically, he's only got a few dates left, and that's it's only August, September, October, November. 5 months, technically speaking, but there's not that many dates in there.
Right. I think it's like 16, 17 dates left. And then that last one on like December, 13th or 14th, whatever that Saturday is. I think it's a Saturday, and whatever that Boston show is that they're doing. I think it might be a Sunday, but either way, it's a Boston, either PLE or Saturday Night's Main Event or whatever they're doing for that last show for him. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if he has another movie or if he's got to go promote what's this show, The Peacemaker. It puts him in a weird spot with it, but with Cody, he's the one staying. He's the one that's going to be, your face of the brand for the next few years. And, a lot of people think, oh, is this going to be where he turns heel? And I feel like that's just too early. Like, he should turn heel before the end of this run. But as I've said for a while, it should be like at the end of next year, or really probably like Mania 27 or sometime in that run or something. And then he does that as an older, because then if he's a heel, he don't have to do as much of the stuff. While he can still do the babyface stuff physically, let him, while he can still do the Cody Cutter and the disaster kick and all that stuff. Like he's only got a few years left of those.
It depends what he wants.
Yeah, but I will say
he's high enough up where he can make his own calls.
This is true.
I gotta think, right?
Yeah, I would hope, with all that he's done, with how he carried the company through so much and how much merch he sold, and all that, I would hope. But we'll see. I would feel like he's got to win this one though, but then like you said, what the hell do they do with Cena? But if Cody loses, what the hell do you do with Cody?
Yeah, I know. That's another one of these.
There's that other thing that we're like, I don't know how much his role is in the movie and how long you have to be, but I know he and Roman are both in the new Street Fighter movie they're filming, but I don't know if he's a main character or not. Like, he's a known character of the game, but that doesn't mean he's a main character in the movie. So I don't know how long you'd have to be gone for that with it, but maybe he loses and goes away and films that movie. I don't know. I don't know.
So there's one of those dusty finishes here.
That could be too. You could do that. You could do some sort of, if anybody's going to get dusty finished, it should be Cody, I guess, right? No, that's a valid point, but I guess my pick is I'll pick Cody. I mean, he's in the middle of the poster. We'll see with it, but it should be a fun show. I mean, there's not a match on the card that I'm kind of like about. I feel like most.
Now wait a minute, they got Bianca on the poster.
Holy shit, you're right. They do.
Huh.
Son of a bitch. I didn't even know. You're right. So she's got to get involved somewhere, whether it's, I would feel like it's got to be in the women's triple threat. Maybe she's the reason that Naomi loses, but I don't know. Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. That's a valid.
Be fun.
Here's the thing. They've given you enough intrigue and making you need to watch. So, I will be tuned in, whether, hey, if anybody wants to bring me on a watch along and here's this, shoot me a link. I'm happy to join in and go in any watch alongs. They're always fun. Because if not, I'll be watching home, taking notes and ready to do we'll do the post SummerSlam Sunday night spaces. That should be a lot of fun. We'll go through some reviews, ask some questions, have some fun conversations, go as long as people want to. I mean, hey, it's SummerSlam. I mean, it's do they still call it the biggest party of the summer? I know that was a Vince line.
Maybe.
I don't think I've heard that much. I know that was a Vince. Vince always likes certain lines and certain wordings. That was always one of his favorites. But yeah, that is
I took off from work Monday, so I'm going to be hanging with Jake.
Oh, now, yeah. So we're ready to party. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be good. No, I'm excited. Should be a good SummerSlam. They've set themselves up well. And then really, I mean, I feel like SummerSlam, you've got, you go SummerSlam, you have a little bit of a lull, but then you go Survivor Series, end of the year, and then you're in Rumble season, and hey, we're right back into Mania, which will be the Mania deja vu, going back to Vegas. This is the first time since 4 and 5 since they've had them in the same city back to back.
Yeah.
No, it'll be fun. But yeah, that is our SummerSlam 2025.
You almost said it, didn't you?
I was close. Yeah, hey, I'm just dyslexic enough to be a problem, is what happens. My brain just doesn't work quite well enough. But that's why you're around. You help keep me, keep me on my path. Between the two of us, we're like one functioning podcast.
You're giving me too much credit.
Hey, you're my Booker man. I respect you, Booker man. All right. Well, shit. Anything else we want to cover? I feel like I think we're good. Pretty much good. So, all right, cool. Well, hey, thanks everybody for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. What are you most excited about for SummerSlam? Put your predictions in there. I'll respond back and be interactive as much as we can. And if you're up after SummerSlam, especially for our West Coast fans, I feel like a lot of times with our spaces on Sundays at 8:00 Eastern, that's prime dinner time. I know there's a few people in California that have said they've wanted to join or be a part of the spaces. So, hey, after SummerSlam, come join us. We'll have some conversations. It'll be a lot of fun. So, thanks for listening, everybody, and we will catch you next time.